intermittent fasting has become very popular in recent years. But is it all it's cracked up to be? Let's talk about the truth about intermittent fasting. I think it's great that you're interested in intermittent fasting, because there's some pretty interesting research on it. And if you do it for the right reasons, it can be a powerful tool. But let me just say this, there are no silver bullets when it comes to weight loss or health. There's no one diet or one exercise or one supplement that's gonna magically make you get the results that you want. And unfortunately, intermittent fasting is no exception. So let me tell you what we know so far. First of all, intermittent fasting is not a new concept. Humans have been practicing some form of intermittent fasting for thousands of years. And in fact, we used to fast for 18 hours a day. So when you practice intermittent fasting, you're essentially trying to mimic this pattern of eating and not eating that humans evolved to do. Now there are different ways to do intermittent fasting, but the most common ones are the 16/8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and you only eat within an 8-hour window. Another popular one is the 5/2 method, where you basically eat normally for 5 days a week, and then you do some form of fasting for 2 days a week. Now, we don't have a lot of high-quality research on intermittent fasting, but the research that we do have shows that it can be effective for weight loss, and it can also be effective for improving insulin sensitivity. In fact, there was a study that compared intermittent fasting with a traditional diet, and they found that people who did intermittent fasting lost more weight and improved their insulin sensitivity more than those who were on the traditional diet. Now, even though these studies are promising, we still have a long way to go in terms of understanding the effects of intermittent fasting. For example, we don't know the long-term effects of intermittent fasting. Most of the research has been done on people who are overweight or obese, and we don't know the effects on athletes or people who are very active. That being said, I still think intermittent fasting can be a useful tool for many people. Just keep in mind that it's not a magic bullet. It's not going to make you lose weight without making any other changes to your lifestyle. In fact, you might gain weight if you redoing intermittent fasting, but you still eating junk food within that 8-hour window. Also, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to nutrition. What works for one person may not work for another. So if you're considering intermittent fasting, I recommend that you try it out for yourself and see how it works for you. If it helps you lose weight and improve your health, then great. But if you find that it's too restrictive and it's not sustainable, there are other ways to lose weight and improve your health. The bottom line is this: don't obsess over any one particular diet or way of eating. The most important thing is that you find something that you can stick to long-term. Because if you can't stick to it long-term, then it doesn't matter how effective it is for weight loss or health.